brother and sister. Over the past year, she's foolishly allowed an old flame to reignite, and that makes it harder to leave, and all the more important that she does. The new job's in Boston, a nonprofit called Liquid Dreams, which she thinks is a stupid name, but she admires the hell out of the company's mission, fighting for clean drinking water in the United States and around the globe, and fighting against corporations trying to monopolize control of the water supply. It's a fight worth having. And so what if her job is as an events coordinator and not impacting the company's political efforts? She'll be serving that admirable goal, and that's what matters to her. It's time to leave Jericho Falls. She just has to tell her family. And she has to tell her Nathan. Her Nathan. She guesses he's her boyfriend, but that seems too concrete a word for the tentative way they dance around each other, or more accurately, the way she dances around him. Maeve is sure he'll want to carry on seeing her, even if it means a long-distance relationship. 3 hours in the car doesn't seem that long to begin with, but Maeve already knows it's going to wear on them, and the truth is, she never really thought of her thing with Nathan as long-term, just like she never thought she'd stay home for 7 years after college. Both things just sort of happened. She wonders if she ought to leave both of them behind, Jericho Falls and her relationship. Nathan's sweet and a comfort to be around, but so were the plush animals in her childhood bedroom. Today's parade feels like an ending of sorts, and maybe a beginning, too. The mayor rolls by, sitting in the back of an old Cadillac convertible with his leathery wife, who's never quite learned how to apply her makeup. Maeve feels a rush of love for the old doll and for her town, because in other places the mayor's wife might have been replaced by a younger, blonder version, but in Jericho Falls she looks just the way you'd expect her to look. The future is going to catch up to her town soon, and though Maeve yearns to be a part of the rush of the real world, it saddens her to think of Jericho Falls changing. She thinks, momentarily, that the mayor's wife should ditch him for a younger, more attractive husband and then run for mayor herself. If the future has to come to Jericho Falls, Maeve wants it to arrive in heels. All these thoughts spin through her head while she glances around the crowd. Her dad, Ted, munches an ice cream sandwich from a street vendor. He's with Rue Crooker, maybe his best and oldest friend, so close that when the kids were little they called her Auntie Rue. Maeve's brother Logan is over beside their mom on the other side of the street, which is a good illustration of their lives since Ellen Sinclair finally had enough of her husband's alcoholism and changed the locks on the house. None of it has been as ugly as Maeve feared, but it hasn't been pretty either. Her dad's had a rough time with addiction, but he's kicked the pills at least, and he's trying, which is maybe why Ellen and Ted can stand across the street from each other and offer a smile and subdued wave. Maeve likes that. They'll always be family, thanks to the 3 children they share, so it's nice if they can manage not to hate each other. The youngest member of Maeve's family finally arrives, her 21-year-old sister, Rose, who grins nervously as she approaches their mother and Logan while holding hands with her girlfriend in public for the very first time. This is the Sinclair family today, doing their best to reenact a tradition begun decades earlier. The Jericho Falls 4th of July parade, held at 11 a.m. on the actual goddamn 4th of July, no matter the weather and no matter the stink some locals put up because they like the parade, but they want to be on vacation somewhere nicer, somewhere with a great fireworks display on the actual holiday. Other cities and towns cave to the pressure, celebrate a few days before or even after the 4th, but not Jericho Falls. Fuck that. It's another thing that makes Maeve proud of her town. She'll dwell on all of this later. She'll turn it over in her head, wondering if there was something she could have done differently, anything that might have changed the outcome. If she